Hi, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Team Ardolino at Realty Connect USA for being a sponsor for today's segment. Yeah, Michael has been listing and selling homes for the past 30 years. So a big shout out and thank you. Thanks, Michael. Hi everybody! Happy Monday! I'm Mrs. Grass with your daily dose of art. Welcome to another episode of Art Ventures at Home. I hope that you're having a good day. I hope that you're flattening the curve. I hope you're practicing safe social distancing. And I hope that you're creating. That's going to make you feel really great. On the docket for today's lesson is some fun splatter painting or drip painting in the style of the amazing Jackson Pollock. All right, first things first. Who's Jackson Pollock? Have you seen his work? Have you created work inspired by him? Have you been to his house? Yeah, you can visit his house because he lived right here on Long Island. So if you're from Long Island, you should check out his house sometime. You can see his original home, his original studio where he created some of his most iconic and famous paintings, and you can see what inspired him. It's really an amazing trip. You should take it sometime. Jackson Pollock was an American painter, and he was born in 1912 in Wyoming, but he eventually found his home here on Long Island. And his work was really iconic. You might know him as the Splatter painter. Yeah. So here's Jackson in his studio, splatter painting with his canvases on the floor. You can get a good sense of how he threw the paint and dripped the paint and can walk all the way around each of his paintings. So as you can see, Jackson's work is pretty neat. Today, we're going to create a painting inspired by it. Yeah, we're going to splatter paint. That's why I'm outside today in the beautiful weather. It's a perfect activity to do outside. And I'm going to have some special guests join me. Let's see what we need to get started. All right, so I've gathered a couple of sticks and some paintbrushes because Jackson was a drip painter, so he would put some paint on the edge or end of his stick or his brush or his stiff paintbrush, and he'd let it drip and pour and splatter all over the place. And then I have some paints. I've put them in my trusty egg carton, yeah, ready for working. And then I love doing this on fabric. So I found an old pillowcase and I just divided it up so me and my fellow artists can each make a splatter painting today while we're out in the nice weather, because you know Jackson often did that. His studio was in the Hamptons and he had a beautiful space for creating splatter paintings, but he also had a space outside on the bay, and he would overlook the water and he would splatter paint. So we're gonna do our splatter painting outside, sort of like Jackson. Once you have everything you need, you can get started. All right, so hi guys. Yeah, we're gonna start splatter painting and check it out. We're just using some sticks in the yard, some paintbrushes. We did water down our paint just a little so that it could drip and pour the way we like it, but let's see what we come up with. Hey guys, so we're done with our splatter paintings. How was that?
Good. Fun.
It was fun?
Very fun.
Yeah, so One of the things that's important to remember about Jackson Pollock is that while he was doing this and while he was splatter painting, he'd take a step back and he'd look at his picture, he'd walk around it, and he'd add colors where he thought colors needed to be added. We are pleased with our splatter paintings right now, and we're going to let them dry in the sun, and we can hang them up in the house when we're done, right? Yeah, that was fun. So one more thing I want to share about Jackson Pollock is that there's a lot of really great books out there for you to learn a little bit more about his life, if you're interested in that. And one of my favorites is Action Jackson. This is an amazing book about a short time in his life when he was splatter painting. It just takes a little picture snippet of the time he spent on Long Island and the work that he did. There's also some great videos out there of Jackson painting, and you can really get a sense of how he worked. So if you want to learn even more about Jackson Pollock, sit down with mom and dad and take a look at some of the videos they have of him painting in his studio. There was actually a really famous documentary made when he was still living about his work and how he painted and his process, and you can find that on YouTube as well. So, Action Jackson. All right, I hope you guys had a really great time making Jackson Pollock inspired paintings today. I look forward to see what you're making and what you've created inspired by him. Don't forget to tag us on what you're making. Yeah, hashtag ArtVenturesAtHome. On Facebook, we're Gallery North. On Instagram, we're Gallery North LI. If you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. The more subscribers we have, the more fun we can have on YouTube. And we don't have content just for kiddos. We also produce a great deal of content for our gallery as well. And if you're feeling really good about giving, give to yourself today. Become a member of Gallery North. Yeah, we just launched a really awesome and new membership program. You can find it on our website, gallerynorth.org, and you can take advantage of the many benefits there are to becoming a member. That being said, have a wonderful afternoon. Don't forget, when you create, you feel really great. I'm Mrs. Grass. See you tomorrow. Bye.